The Clippers traveled to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. Looking at the live odds page on wagertalk.com, the Clippers are actually 6-point favorites. Over under is at 217. I have seen a couple of 216 and a halves come up. I am Andy from wagertalk.com. So, what are we looking at here with the Clippers and 76ers? Well, these are teams that at one point have looked great throughout the year. Right now, not so much. Philadelphia is reeling without Joel Embiid. Then, of course, you've got the Clippers who are just they're just not playing good, and you wonder if they're kind of holding back some energy for the playoffs, or if they've hit a slump. They did get Russell Westbrook back. I have an opinion on this game, but let's take a look at some of the stats here. And I would say the biggest thing with these two teams is their pace over the last 10 games. The New York Knicks have the slowest pace over the last 10 games in the NBA. Philadelphia second to last, and the Clippers are fifth. So these are two very, very slow plotting teams right now. When you look at some of the offensive ratings, Philadelphia is just bottom of the barrel. They are 27th over the last 10 games in offensive rating. Clippers are eighth, but I think that might be a little bit deceiving based on the last couple games. They had some garbage time points in some blowout losses against the Pacers, notably. And then in defensive rating, this is where the Clippers have really, really struggled. They are second to last in defensive rating over the last 10 games, and that is a very, very big change from when we saw them hitting their big winning streak towards the middle of the season. Philadelphia without Joel Embiid, no surprise, they're struggling. They are seventh worst over the last 10 games. So what do we want to do with this game? First off, there is just no way I'm laying minus 6 points on this Los Angeles Clippers team. This is a team that just really got blown out against the Pacers, 133-116. This is a Clippers team that just lost to Philadelphia, 121-107 on Sunday. They won the previous two games. Those were against Portland. Before that, they got blown out by Atlanta. They lost by margin against the Pelicans. So this is a Clippers team that is just not playing very well. And you've got a very, very slow-paced game, which makes these points just that much more valuable for the Philadelphia 76ers. I actually think they're a live dog. They lost to Sacramento 108-96, but before that, they did beat the Clippers. They lost at Phoenix and at Lakers. Really no shame in those games. And before that, at home, they beat Miami and they beat Charlotte. So this is a Philadelphia team that has won straight up money line in their last two home games. So I will take all of those 6 points on Philadelphia, just continuing to fade this Clippers team. So Philadelphia 76ers is the play. You might look at the under, although I see money is coming under. This move is coming from 217 down to 216 and a half. So I will be on the Philadelphia 76ers plus 6. Best bet for tonight, we're going back to the Clippers and the Philadelphia 76ers. This is actually a client play. And if you like all of our client plays, you can use the promo code LANG7. It gets $30 off a 7-day pass. We have a 5% UFC play that is up for this weekend. That is included along with all of our NBA, NHL, tennis, soccer, and lacrosse plays. Take advantage of that. We are up 42 units in 2024, and we were 91 units in all sports in 2023. Looking forward to another successful big year. Best bet is going to be Terrence Mann will have a three-pointer tonight. This has been an amazing play. This has hit in the last 10 games, and the books have not moved off of this 0.5 three-pointers made. And it makes sense because in the last 10 games, 6 of those he's laid exactly on one. So the books are just keeping this at 0.5. The juice is very reasonable at minus 145. And we look at what's going on with Terrence Mann is, he's not playing a ton of minutes in some of these games, but he is still getting over because he's averaging 2.6 3-point attempts per game. So when we only need one made three-pointer, that 2.6 is fine. He's shooting 44% from threes this month. And against Indiana, he only played 17 minutes in the blowout. He did not play in the fourth quarter, and he still went 1 of 2 from three-pointers. These teams played on Sunday. He was 2 for 2, and he played 23 minutes. And the 17 minutes that he played against Indiana was his lowest total all month. I know they got Westbrook back, but again, he didn't play in the fourth quarter once the game got out of control. I expect this game to be a lot closer, so expect Terrence Mann to get over 20 minutes and to get his usual 2 or 3 3-point attempts, and for him to only hit 1 is good enough to cash. This is a client play, And we'll hope to make this 11 in a row, and Terrence Mann will have a made three-pointer.